Hi Jerry, welcome to my week 11 communication brief. So we're on the final stretch for ChamberStat. One of the major issues, and spoke with you briefly yesterday and submitted a change request form. One of the major issues that I unfortunately had was trying to figure out the PayPal API and try to get it to work the way how I wanted it to work. Pretty much the whole idea was to customize and where um, each user would have their own PayPal account that they would use and set it up so it can do credit card processing and as well as or um, if the member had a PayPal account, they could use their PayPal credit or account to pay for their membership. So I just ran out of time, unfortunately, and had to try to get a plan B because again we're towards the end of everything. So the plan B now is it's a little bit different, but uh, the user still can generate an invoice for their member and then have it sent via email, and the member could either um, send a check up based on the address that's on there that's passed into the email, send a check to the chamber, or if the chamber has a credit card processing already set up online, maybe they have a link that they want to add to the form, um, to the email that they want to send to the member, they can. So I'm providing that option, and instead of it showing if the user was paid or unpaid, the user will just get notifications like a month before that membership is due. They get a notification like, hey, go visit your payments table and generate an invoice. So those are the changes for the payments part section of ChamberStat. So I've been working on that this week, and pretty much everything is going smoothly. Only the two things that I still need to configure, and I'm almost there, is just configuring the mailing part, sending the invoice via email, and setting up where the user gets notified, and then just pretty much polishing um, uh, design wise here and there and giving it the okay to go. So I'm gonna just also do a little demo so you can see what I've done for the beta release. So in the document, as well as I'm gonna include in the discussion post, a link to the beta release where you can access it, you can log in. I think I went over this last week. You can pretty much use the application and navigate. And this week now you can even import using Excel or CSV. I always get that mixed up, but you can import that into your personal database, and then it would output all the members that you imported. So it does that, and you can finally access the payments table. The dashboard is set up, and as I said, I just need a link, finish like tweaking with the notification, so it does alert the user like a month before the membership is due, pretty much, and it would show on the dashboard so they can see that. And yeah, so let me go ahead and switch over again. If you have any questions or if I'm lagging in any area, just let me know and I'll get on it and make sure it gets done. Alright, so let me go ahead and flip over. So I was doing an earlier demo, and I ran into a little issue. Um, uh, it was working earlier in the week, so maybe I changed something in during the week while I was working on my code on different areas. So let me just go ahead and get started here. Last week I just went over the whole update thing and delete, creating a new member, and you could update it and you could delete it. So one of the things I worked on this week is setting up the dashboard, connecting everything, and as well as the payments table. So right now we don't have any members, and what I was going to demo is the import button because that's supposed to be working, but it threw off like a database error. So I'll just show really quick. I had a mock database and then import file, but something's going wrong. This is on my actual staging server. So on here, as you can see, I've imported previously and it went well, but now this is on my local server, but now I see the error that it has something to do with address 2 that cannot be null, which was nullable, but now I just have to figure out where did I change in my code. But hopefully once I get that fixed, I'll be able to import files again. But it was working, and it would throw a message saying that it was successful import. So let me go over here really quick to the payment section. So this is kind of like similar to the memberships table. The only thing is that you can click on a name, and it would generate the invoice for you, and then you would import the data that you need to input the data that you need to add, like 1,500 for the membership level and dates and stuff. And then you would hit send, and it should send the mail. The only thing is right now, it's not sending because I still need to configure it. I'm still trying to figure out configuration, or it is configured, but I'm just trying to get that code working. So we're almost to the finish line pretty much. Going back here to the dashboard, another thing is that once the payments table, I get the query going for the notifications, it should generate something where, if, it would check the date, since the date since the date from when the member joined, and it calculates if like a month in a year from now, and then a month before it to notify the user to generate an invoice. So almost done with that, and that should get working. These are little things, of course, and should not have us fall behind for launch. So once again, let me know if you all have any questions, and have a great evening. Thank you.